everyone, I'm Jacob. I play Tithla. She's a ranger. Tithla's in Barovia because she's tagged along with some friends and somebody needs to look after them.
Hi, I'm Haz, and I'm playing the character of Theodore Ursa, satyr, Circle of the Moon druid, whose main motivation is to find a good revel and turn into a giant angry fey bear to protect his friends, particularly his best bud Tithla.
Hello, I'm Josh, and I shall be playing Killian Maxwell, a elf celestial warlock who has been travelling around Barovia for a little while and has joined up with the Tempest Guild to try and find his place.
G'day, my name's Tom. I'm playing Jonor, the Aasimar divination wizard. He is here to find the best and the worst of this world, and he's doing it with a bit of naivety and optimism.
Hello, I am Raph, and I'm playing Styx, who is a Gloomforged Paladin, on the journey of rediscovering themselves, quite literally, in the land of Barovia.
And I'm Owen, the Dungeon Master of our Curse of Strahd 5th edition campaign. A warning, gentle viewer. Curse of Strahd is a horror-themed Dungeons & Dragons campaign, which means you may hear adult language or adult themes throughout this episode. Hello! Welcome back, everybody. Hello there, and welcome back to the Lost Archives. We are playing... Hello there. Well, look, thank you for joining us, everybody, for Curse of Strahd, the premier horror D&D campaign. We are back. We are jumping straight back in. We ended on a bit of a cliffhanger mid-combat last session, so I've cut down the recap to keep it brief so that we can jump straight back in. We do have Raph running a little bit late. He is on his way. Very excited to be back with Curse of Strahd. Very quick recap to get us in. Raph is running a little bit late. He'll be joining us shortly. I will unfortunately play the character of Styx until he returns. Unfortunately. I hate doing his voice. It is a rough voice to do. And it's also a tough position he's put me in, where he's literally inside the stomach of a creature that's slowly digesting him, which means each turn, he needs to be the one making these decisions, because it's very possible, depending on some rolls, that he comes in like 2 rounds of combat and I'm like, yeah, you've been digested. And that's a bit shit as a DM. I don't want to do that.
He's currently not in the stomach acid, if that counts, because I currently still have levitate on him.
That's true. He is currently not immersed in the stomach acid, but he is inside its stomach, which is not a good place to be for the time.
The belly of the beast.
The belly of the beast. Also, great title for the episode, Tom.
Yeah,
absolutely fucking nailed it.
Oh.
Let me write that down right now. The belly of the beast.
The other option we could go with.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything else hoping it would come to me. I'm sorry, everybody. I let you down.
We've come to expect this of you.
Did you? Were you hoping something would occur to you halfway through that sentence, Jacob?
Normally it does, yeah. I was hoping.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everyone.
That's all right. Yeah, so I will have to play Styx until Raph returns. Hopefully Raph jumps in soon. I don't know what his plan was to get out of this situation. He did say he had one, so I guess we'll have to wait with bated breath until he returns to tell us what that plan is. In terms of other fun announcements to share, I don't think I've got anything else super crazy. I've recorded most of the final episode of Aloft. It's a full build video. It's going to be about 4 hours long. It's a full build from start to finish on the final biome island, the Red Cliffs biome. So if you really enjoyed the builds that we did on the Fallen Heights, you'll love the red cliffs. I've done a really massive improvement now that I kind of get a bit more of the building mechanics, and now that we've unlocked most of the materials and blueprints for making buildings. Really, really fun build. So that'll be coming out very, very soon, and then we'll be jumping straight back into Wandering Village. They've just released the Ruins update, and really lovely. I had Straythorn Studios actually reach out to let me know that it was up and running, and to ask if I'd be interested in doing a little video with them. So yes is the answer. So you'll be seeing some stuff with the Wandering Village as well. Massive fan of the Wandering Village. Super keen to be jumping back in. And the final thing, if there's any really fun moments from the Curse of Strahd stream or episodes that you've seen, can you let me know what your favorites were? I'm going to start putting together more shorts. Please, if there's any moments from the stream that you thought were really, really cool, that you really liked, let me know in the comments or shoot me a message on Discord. I will be making them into a short. We're going to see lots more shorts coming out. The YouTube algorithm is really prioritizing shorts more and more as time goes on. So we have to start making them if we want to be in that discovery queue. And I think it's fun. Sometimes, I also like to see little shorts from campaigns. It's how I discover some of my new favorite D&D campaigns. So it makes sense that we do them as well. And that is all the fun and announcements and news I have to share. Anything fun from the rest of the gang, or are we all ready to rock and roll? No?
Love and life.
Love and life. That's fantastic. Let's do our recap. As I said, it's a really cut down one because we're going to jump straight back into the session. Our series has been following the adventures of the Tempest Adventuring Guild, Theo, Jonor, Tithla, Styx, Killian, and the new allies Blood and Axel. Having become trapped within the realm of Barovia while searching for some missing adventurers, the team are back in the town of Vallaki, preparing to hunt down the werewolves of the nearby Svarlich Woods as part of a deal struck with Strahd. With the easiest and quickest way across the lake being transport by boat, the team have spent some time in Vallaki, following up on leads for the werewolves and securing a vessel. Reuniting back at the docks after accomplishing their various goals, the group agreed the best name for their ship is the SS Unlucky, which could only be a good omen. With preparations complete, the group launched their vessel into the waters of the Dark Lake, the wind quickly catching the sail and speeding the boat onwards toward the northern shore of Lake Zarevich. While Blood and Axel focused on sailing, the rest of the team assisted with the various tasks required to help the experienced sailors, or by keeping a watch for any signs of imminent danger. Beneath the boat, the lake bed suddenly dropped away at the edge of a sheer underwater cliff face, a dark abyss opening up underneath. Mist began to swirl across the water's surface, blue-green light shining beneath the waves before rising suddenly to form the shape of the ghost ship. While the party were focused on the phantom vessel, Styx spied dark shapes beneath the water, humanoid figures making their way stealthily and preparing to attack. Alerting the party of the oncoming ambush, the element of surprise was lost, the team leaping to action as the aquatic monstrosities began climbing over the side of the boat. Fighting for their lives, the team noticed the lights beneath the waves changing shape and form almost too late. Leaping overboard to get a better look, Styx hung beneath the vessel, swinging slowly on the rope affixing him to the hull. And in the dark, beneath the water, the lights began to resolve into an enormous, elongated form. A vast lure hanging from the head of a gigantic anglerfish. While the party finished off the remaining sea spawn, Styx threw himself into the mouth of the angler, soon finding himself swallowed down into its gullet. Inside the creature, Styx was surprised to find a number of undead corpses influencing the monstrosity's behavior, these flesh bodies seemingly under the control of Sergei. Battling with the zombies and trying to avoid being digested, Styx unleashed his holy fury and blasted the necrotic creatures with golden light. Back on the surface, the party focused all their attacks on the angler, Jonor blasting its lure with sequential shatter spells, breaking open the crystalline structure. We left off last session midway through combat, the party desperately fighting against the massive angler in the hopes of saving their swallowed companion. I will bring us across to a map, I will get the music up and running, and we will jump straight back into combat at the start of the next round, which means, Jonor, it is your go.
All right. That was a big flash of light going on from down there. Okay, maybe Styx is still okay. Let's, what can we do? Let's try and get this thing to maybe regurgitate Styx. Jonor starts to form a sphere in his hand, and a gust of wind. A gust of wind forms in his hand. The sail of the boat sort of drifting towards him. The boat sort of shifting a little bit in the water, and Jonor unleashes a shatter placed over the fish's head if he can see it, just to try and rattle it a little bit.
Yeah, so the head of the creature is now right at the surface of the water, the enormous fin rising above the waters of the lake, waves lapping against this kind of slimy, scaly body. The rest of its sort of torso and tail, this massive elongated serpentile body, disappears below into the dark waters. It seems like the serpent, this angler serpent or anglerfish, is struggling with something. Jonor, I think you've already spotted when you shattered the lure, there was a corpse inside the crystalline structure of it, and you can see that corpse is sort of floating nearby on the surface of the water. Inside the mouth, there are other humanoid corpses, these rotting bodies moving and animated inside its mouth. And as you drop the shatter spell right on top of the head, which is visible to you and right on the surface of the water, could I please get you to roll me damage, and I will make a Constitution saving throw. DC for shatter is 17 for you. 17. Let's roll a con save. Ooh, that is a fail. That is only a 12.
That is a good one to fail on. That's 28.
Oh, 28 thunder damage. As you detonate the shatter spell right on the surface of the water, the massive sonic boom that echoes out from the center of this enormous anglerfish. You watch as the surface of the water ripples for a moment, almost like these cymatic waves of energy pulse over the surface, creating these expanding ripples moving out rapidly from that central source. The boat rocks for a moment, all of you kind of thrown back a little bit on the surface. Inside the stomach, not that you guys can hear Styx's portion of this or see it, but inside the stomach, Styx feels this reverberation echo through the massive stomach cavity, the massive chest cavity of this creature, this enormous boom that continues to reverberate through its body and flesh. The shockwave shatters a number of the teeth. You watch as its mouth is bloody. These enormous long teeth, easily as long and tall as you are, each tooth as tall as a man. A few of them shattering under the impact of this, and you watch as one of its eyes immediately goes bloodshot. The vessels on the surface ruptured by the massive sonic boom.
I reach into my pocket, grab that gold coin that had the insignia of the Unseen University, and I just hurl it down into the water, straight down the mouth of this thing.
Alrighty, hurl a gold.
No object.
Perfect.
Yep.
Oh, okay, nice.
It,
Yeah. A familiar object to you in case you have to locate
That's the one.
Very, very fair. As the fish, the enormous fish, this gargantuan leviathan fish opens its maw, calling out in pain, this almost like a silent scream as the sonic boom kind of deafens you momentarily. Jonor, you just grab the coin, fling it. As the coin flies through the air, could you please make me an athletics or acrobatics check, my friend?
Yeah, absolutely.
That is an 8. The good news is it's not a hard target to miss. You watch as the coin flies into the angler's mouth. You're not sure after that where it goes.
Perfect. That's it for me.
Alrighty. Next up in our initiative order is the Dark Angler. Writhing on the surface, having taken this brutal attack, you watch as it's gonna do Psychic Lash. Okay. Blood.
Doesn't have to.
Yeah, it's going to. It's taking a fair bit of damage.
Also, do you have the battle music playing?
Yes, should be playing through.
I'll do it. Dun 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 dun.
We've been through this. Should be playing through Roll20, Josh. You might have to allow audio through. Can you guys hear it? Can everyone else hear it, or is it?
I can't hear it, but I haven't changed any audio.
I can hear it.
I also turned my Roll20 music off the first session.
I can't hear the Roll20 music anymore.
I can normally hear it. I just can't hear it at the
That's
moment.
okay. That's all right. I'll just open it again. I'm more than happy to start it up again. That's not a problem. And I'll switch the tune anyway. Let's try this one.
Would you like me to do it?
No, I'm fine. Thank you. Oh, go on. You can do it.
No, you said no.
I changed my mind. Can I have it now?
Thank
Thank you. Alrighty, can you hear the music now? It should be a little bit quiet. This one has a bit of a build-in.
Yes, I can hear it now. Yes, thank you.
Perfect. More than happy to reload it if it ever doesn't work. Alrighty, Blood, you are in range. Killian, you are in range. Jonor, you are in range. Is Styx in range? He is technically inside this creature.
Does it need to be that they can see?
No, it doesn't. Oh, no, sorry. It does need to see. Styx is fine. Tithla, you are actually out of range, as is Axel. Dracob, however, is not out of range. As you hear this strange ringing noise in your ears as the sonic boom begins to sort of like wind down, your hearing coming back slowly. Very weird, specific ringing noise. But yeah, you do hear this strange ringing noise.
It was very nice.
Dracob...
my parents still have home phones.
That's fantastic. So do mine,
and the
actually.
hub for it is literally right there, so...
That's hilarious.
So
so do mine.
Oh, I know.
It's quite funny. Dracob, Blood, Killian, Jonor. I need wisdom saves from all of you, please.
Dracob is immune to meanies.
That's good. This isn't a meanie, so that's perfect.
Good.
Is this one a spell?
This is not a spell.
All right.
This is a psionic attack from this creature. 14 from Killian. That's a 4 from Tithla. Wisdom save.
Dracob.
I believe that's a 14 from Blood, 14 from Jonor. Guys, that is not... That's a lot of 14s.
Yeah.
They're all different dice rolls, though, hilariously. Oh, well, Killian and Jonor roll the same. You guys got both have a +5.
Is that not enough?
14 is not enough, unfortunately, guys.
Oh, no.
What would have been enough?
You'll find out when you roll it. I need all of you. Oh, fuck. I've rolled really well on the damage. I need all of you to take 38 points of psychic damage, please.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry. I've almost rolled maximum damage. That is almost maximum damage. It is, except for a 1 dice that I rolled a 1 on.
Was that 38?
38, please. Jacob.
Jacob evaporates into nothing.
You watch as this...
Oh, no.
I'll describe the attack and we'll talk through what happens to Jacob. You watch as the creature writhes on the surface, the weight of your shatter spells having really dealt some serious damage to this creature. Jonor, you watch as it raises its head above the water. That one bloodshot eye turns to look at all of you. You watch as the remains of its lure, shattered and broken, still leaking this sort of strange greenish blue liquid. The remains of the lure suddenly flash with this brilliant light, and you hear inside your minds this horrific scream that starts right off at the back of your mind, almost like a migraine growing suddenly as it moves towards the front of your head. The pain almost indescribable. Up in the air, you watch as Jacob's wings suddenly collapse around it as it tries to sort of go into the fetal position, dropping from the sky and smashing into the surface of the water and instantly vanishing from view. I will move Jacob off the map. Sorry, Jacob. As Jacob dies forever. As the...
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, what?
What? No. As the psychic scream emanates, all of you have rolled enough to avoid the second part of this, but you will take the damage, which is, 38 points of damage. I'm so sorry. But you did, all of you... Oh, no. Well, Jacob rolled a 4, so Jacob didn't. But if Jacob had survived this, Jacob also would have been stunned.
I tell you, he's not moving.
Gross.
As Jacob's limp body drops down and lands with a splash into the lake, as you feel this pain wash over you, you watch as the creature rises up out of the water, its body starting to lift as it rises above the surface of the lake, looking down at your tiny vessel, mouth open and agape. And from this view, you can see on either side, right in its gills, inside the mouth, 2 corpses pulling at the flesh inside the mouth, trying to maneuver and shift this creature. That is the Dark Angler's go. It has used its Psychic Lash. It is unable to take any other actions this turn. Tithla. Tears as Jacob dies.
100%.
I mean, you're mentally connected to Jacob. You kind of feel an echo of its pain, of Jacob's pain, right in that moment before the connection suddenly vanishes. That's a soundbite.
Is everlasting love. Out of Tithla's friends and companions, we'll group them both together.
Yeah. Ouch.
Who looks?
Actually, sorry. Can you tell me who is a companion versus friend? I need them to take 1d4 psychic damage for the takedown there.
Yes. Well, we've got the sea spawn. They're just companions.
They're gone, so it's okay.
Anglerfish,
they should
still
be gone.
probably just a companion.
Just a companion. Okay.
Yep.
Good to know.
And then we've got friends. We've got the 2 sea spawn that Tithla took out.
They're friends.
They're friends.
Friends now.
You watch as the corpses twitch slightly.
Yeah. The other sea spawn are all companions.
Yeah, cool. Oh, companions. Okay. Tithla, what are you doing? What's your turn?
Yeah, who looks distraught in a physical sense? Tithla's feeling distraught in an emotional sense.
Well, Styx was swallowed, so you have no idea. Styx is probably dead.
Understood that.
Understood.
Is there anyone else that she can visibly see?
Jonor's taken a few hits. Blood
just looks angry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Axel's taken a hit or 2. Josh has taken... Yeah. Killian's taken a few hits too. Yeah, that's true. Killian and Jonor have taken a fair brunt of this thing, which is quite funny given the 2 of you...
on a number between 1 and 75.
No. I do find it quite funny. I do find it quite funny that our 2 very not frontline health-wise party members, Killian and Jonor, are on the front line right now with this creature.
Just bold. Just bold characters.
I mean, at one point, Jonor, you were proposing to Misty Step into its mouth, so...
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. It was a bad idea.
Yes, it was. Tithla.
All right.
Killian and Jonor looking pretty hurt.
Out of the anguish, she gets back up. She walks as far forward, as close to the anglerfish as she can on that that little boat there.
Yep.
Now, I acknowledge that Tithla doesn't know exactly where Styx is,
Yes.
but the spell aid, you don't need to see them. They just need to be within 30 feet. So that's up to you. If Styx is within 30 feet, you don't have to tell me.
I'll position
Tithla is
Styx's token in its stomach. How about that?
I'm just doing it. It's up to you whether it reaches or not. So Tithla is going to cast aid
Okay.
and go for Styx.
Yep.
Go for Jonor. And go for Blood. Blood is right there with Tithla, has been getting in a fight.
Hey.
So she'll cast that at a 3rd level. So that gives
Ooh.
everyone 10, increases their max HP by 10, and they get 10 HP.
Nice. Very, very nice. Tithla, as you
Uh,
drop down to one knee, is this magic that you're casting, or are you kind of like... what does it look like? Talk us through what Tithla's aid looks like.
Tithla, she like fell down to her knees before and like crawled forward to try and do it. And she reaches towards her heart and pushes it out towards where Styx is and towards her friend. And you can see it's the last little bit of red fire energy that was her connection to Dracob while he was in this plane.
As these little motes of flame fly out from Tithla's clenched hand over her heart, as one of the red motes of flame strikes into you, Blood, and you, Killian, you feel this energy wash over you. You watch as one of the red flames disappears below the waters of the lake towards the anglerfish. You're not sure if it reaches its destination or not, Tithla, but cast the spell. You still have a bonus action and more movement if you require.
Great. Then can we just try and step back? Nah, that's
Yeah,
bitchy. We don't do that.
Yeah, you can step back. No,
Nah,
please,
I hate
feel
that
free.
shit. I
Okay.
step forward so I'm in range and then I back off. Nah, fuck
Okay.
that shit.
You can do that if you like.
That stuff's for losers.
Well, it's also for people who want to take an attack of opportunity.
Nah, we're good. Yeah, I got really nothing.
Sweet.
Cool.
Cool. Blood.
Big fish. Big fish.
Big fish.
Big fish.
Need
is-
many Meloranox to spit roast.
Yeah,
Go on.
indeed. Blood's really angry. The psychic damage is not helping this. But what he would like to do, so I need to know what the fish, like how big the fish is out of the water, whether or not it's like in at the same height as the boat, or
So-
if it's gone higher than the boat.
It's raised up above the boat. The bottom jaw is now currently sort of 15 feet above the water. The top of the head, another 30 feet from that. It's a huge fish. You can see its body is now curled underneath the water, this long, sinuous, almost like serpent-like body curling underneath the boat below you. The tail still vanishing into the darkness below. What have you written there? It's back to front for us, Jacob. What's he written?
Dracob dead.
Dracob dead. Thanks for that. Is that your notes for this session?
Tithla and Dracob's name is crossed out.
Oh, mate. It's just, you can just resummon it.
I could have done it right then, immediately.
Would you like to resummon Dracob right then and there?
It takes an action, so...
Oh, then so you couldn't have done it
Well, I could have done it instead of that.
instead of that. So yeah, Blood, if that answers your question, sort of 15 feet above you,
Yeah.
20 feet above that. But there's fins and underneath you can see these long tendrils hanging below its jaw that disappear into the water beneath. All of those are in reach. If you're looking to make
Well,
melee attacks, there's
nah,
these
look,
long fleshy protuberances underneath its jaw.
Does Blood knows that Styx isn't around, and Blood knows that Styx was on the outrigger and is no longer on the outrigger, right?
I mean,
so
you guys all saw Styx dive into the water, the rope go taut for a bit, the boat kind of jerk, and then the rope goes slack and float back to the surface of the water.
right.
I'm pretty sure Jonor saw Styx dive into its mouth because Jonor was kind of there. Jonor would have shared this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know
Alright, well,
Styx has been swallowed.
Okay. Because Blood is a bit worried about Styx at this point.
That's fair. Yeah.
So
I wish
think
Raph was.
So what Blood is going to do is he wants to grab his rope, which is probably what, 50? How big is a rope?
Yeah, 50 feet.
foot?
Yeah, 50 feet.
Yeah. He wants to tie it to his blood spear.
Yes.
Very
harpoon.
Like a harpoon.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know if that's an action or not, but he wants to do that real quick.
I'm going to say
And then
that's
he
an
wants-
easy bonus action to quickly tie the
Easy.
rope on if you want to do that. Yeah.
Cool. And then he's gonna throw. He wants to do it so he can throw the spear and then use the rope to
Tie the rope off.
climb onto like. Well, he wants to
Yeah.
use it to like grapple onto the front of the fish.
Oh, for sure. Okay, yeah. So make me a ranged attack with the blood spear. Just make it like a ranged thrown attack. And then
Yep.
can I grab an athletics check, please?
Oh, absolutely.
Or acrobatics, but I get the sense it's more athletics for blood.
It's 100%. 100%.
100%.
100%.
100%.
That's a 15?
15 is not enough, unfortunately.
Oh shit. That's not
As you throw the spear, blood, you watch as it strikes into the scales and immediately deflects off, ricocheting down into the water. You don't lose the spear because you have it held onto a rope, and as you reel the spear back in, unfortunately, yeah, it didn't quite strike.
That's fine. I will
Second
I will
attack.
again. I'll do the exact same thing.
Yeah,
Try
for
to
sure.
like get a better purchase with the second throw.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hoping for
I'm
a
happy to
better
allow that.
result. That's better.
24 is perfect. The second time you watch, looking at the giant fish in front of you and noticing that section that Jonor detonated the shatter spell, the scales and flesh around that top part heading down around the right side of the temple of this fish, near where the fins branch out to form these large gill coverings. Those scales are broken. There's flesh underneath. You can see blood beginning to drip down from this point. And as you pause, take a moment, close one eye to get the aiming right before switching back to the 3D vision, you throw the spear with unerring accuracy as it flies through, cuts through that section of the gill cover, spearing inside the neck. Could you roll me some damage? And can I grab an athletics check, please?
Absolutely. It's just rolling damage. No, that's going to be. Yeah.
13.
13 plus 3 as well from rage.
Your
so that's gonna be
rage.
16.
Very, very nice.
And I'll roll an athletics as well.
Yes, please.
Hopefully, I roll at advantage, which is probably very good.
That will come in handy.
Incredible.
As soon as the spear strikes through into gills, the creature rears back, throwing its head. Blood 21. You don't even need to climb this. As you hold onto the rope, as the massive anglerfish throws its head back, you are whipped off the boat in a moment. Holding onto the rope for dear life, you are spun over the top before landing very heavily and bodily on the top of the fish. I will say that as you land onto the scales and smash into the side of this creature having been thrown, it will be 1d4 points of damage, but I don't think it's
totally
going to be too
fine.
bad. I'll just roll it from here because I can't be bothered. That's 4 points of damage. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Totally fine.
I love in
Taking
these
off my
moments
temp.
when it's
The
important.
8 is coming in handy here.
And I think you take half for raging, do you not? Because it's just
I do.
bludgeoning damage. So yeah, take half
Yeah.
anyway.
So it's
Anything else on your turn, Blood? You still have movement, but that's your action bonus
so
action.
because it was hit with a spear, I do have the spear mastery. So
Would you like to use sap?
I would like to use sap.
Sap. Thap.
I'd like to make it so the spear hits like a somewhat critical part of its. I don't know. So it seizes up. So it just has disadvantage in its next attack. For
Easy
the end
done.
of-
Oh, well, it's in the
of my
gill
turn.
slits, so as it tries to
Yeah,
sort of
there you
move
go.
and roar around, it's really struggling.
Perfect. So
Styx.
from this position,
Oh, yeah, yep. You're on top of the head, right next to this main sail-like spine that rises from the very back of the head down the neck.
I almost want to. So the idea is I want to repel, like abseil down into its mouth to see if I can see Styx.
Okay, for sure. I'm going to say then that, yeah, as part of your 21, rather than smashing into the top of it, you kind of hold on, slam into the side. As you look through the gap in the jaws, gazing down, you're sort of right underneath its enormous eye, the one that Jonor's shatter kind of burst the blood vessels of. There is no sign of Styx inside its mouth.
Fuck. Without, I think I want my actions and bonus action to actually explore inside of this thing's mouth. So I'm not going to use my movement to go into its mouth just at this point. I'm going to
Cool.
hang on the side of it and wait.
Awesome. Killian, I believe with your and Axel's sharing of initiative, you are first before Axel.
No Sticks before me?
Things happen with Styx. You don't see it or hear it.
Oh shit!
But I think you should describe it to us just so that we know how to react in game, Owen.
Yeah. You watch as the fish rides around a spear, having gone through its gills.
Oh, sorry. I don't think I was clear. I meant what happens with Styx. so that we can respond and sort of know the urgency, how much time has passed, or
that
like
really sounds like metagame information that Jacob.
No. It's character information.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so from your character's perspective, yeah, easy. I can help you out with that. You watch as the
character information.
No. You watch as
So close. I nearly got you.
No, you didn't. No points. Killian.
Right, cool. So I gave myself the aid.
Yes.
I put that on my character sheet, and it fully healed me. So I'm accepting that.
I'm
not really.
I'm sub your max HP.
I know, but I went to override my max H, like add 15 hit points on, and it fully healed me. But I've sorted it. I'm back. I'm
Awesome
on
sauce.
a number now.
Classic.
How is Jonor looking, and how is everybody else looking? I'm just gonna have a quick survey of the battlefield.
Oh, I'm doing fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
But it's okay.
The world is ending.
I am Melbourne. You don't hear that.
I feel like
Where is Axel? I can't see Axel on the map. It might be because there's Axel. The tractor is in the
Right at the back,
Yeah,
at the tiller.
I'm steering. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, steering the boat. That's
Trying to keep the boat away from the enormous
actually
fish.
very
Yeah. Actually,
Does
speaking of,
anybody need healing?
let me move the boat back onto the tokens page because we will be moving the boat around, I guess, a little bit. So let me move it onto the tokens page. Hey, now we can move it.
We're all in the water.
There you go.
I do appreciate that the boat that you chose is exactly the type of boat that we built. So I like that.
I believe it or not, I had this asset all ready to go.
Well, there you go.
I've got a whole bunch of stuff from 2 Minute Tabletop, who also are the amazing artists behind this map, and so all of it should be quite like it should match. There should be no like extremely out of, like, you know how sometimes you can have like very mixed art styles from different artists, and sometimes things don't really look quite nice. That really triggers me. So this is beautiful to see, like all the matching art styles. So yeah, this is a really nice canoe and outrigger.
If I could provide one small piece of feedback, Owen.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, the anglerfish, just the style of that looks a little.
It's very different.
So
it turns out I didn't
of
have.
Let's just get rid of that.
Yeah.
And then we'll be okay.
Okay, I might have another token that might match what you're after a bit more. Do you want me to put that on? I've got another one you might like a bit more. Do you want me to? I'm happy to do it.
Don't be Strahd.
Yeah, it's gonna be Strahd, but that size.
That'd be even more terrifying. Okay, I am going to turn to Jonor. You're the only one. You're the only one out of the two of us that can do a heavy amount of damage to this thing in one go to try and get it to spit Styx up. So, other than Blood, who seems to be in its mouth and going, okay, right, well, take this, and I'm gonna pat Jonor on the shoulder and cast a second level.
No, yeah, okay, I'll take it. Thank you.
Second level Cure Wounds, which I didn't realise has been massively upgraded with.
Yes,
new
Cure
rules.
Wounds is way better now. Yes. Yeah.
Holy dog.
Yeah.
You get 31 hit points from that.
It used to be that Cure Wounds was basically the same as Healing Word almost. Like it was almost worth taking Healing Word for the range, but now finally Cure Wounds is absolutely worth it again. Like
Yeah, well, it was 1d8 at first level. It's now 2d8, and you get an additional 2d8 each.
Every
each
level,
outcast.
yeah.
That's like, oh my God.
It's so good now. So for those of you who are wondering, the Cleric of Life domain with Healing Word and taking some of the boons around that, it is very hard for people to die around you if you are one of those clerics. Life domain cleric is even better. One of the best classes and subclass combos is even better now, because that's what we needed. And Rangers still need some love. Still need some.
We're having fun.
Yeah, we're having fun.
They do,
That's
yeah.
right. You are playing
I'm gonna
Drake
look
which is
towards-
the good Ranger subclass, but the rest of Ranger
Yeah.
it needs some love, man. Ranger needs some help.
I'm gonna look towards Blood. I'm gonna be good luck in that. Please don't get swallowed. And
I won't.
As I cast the Cure Wounds onto Jonor, other hand comes over and just pulls out a little bit of the magical light, and I fling that at Blood, and I'm going to use my healing light feature to heal Blood for. Where are the dice gone on here? For 4d6.
Oh.
So you get 18.
Oh, hell yeah.
Very nice. Celestial
And
Warlock, my friends, still really good.
Yeah, and I'm going to stand where I am. I'm going to try and, like, if this thing is looking at Jonor, I'm going to be like, haha,
Right now, this thing
Trying to
seems to be
distract
more
it.
preoccupied with the Meloran orc hanging from its gill slit with a spear carved through it. It's not happy about that at all.
That's my turn.
Axel, your friend is dying.
Okay. I'm helming the ship right now.
Yes.
The giant dark angler is rising up next to the ship. Everyone's attention is on a friend that has not been taken from us, but dove into that
Yes.
space.
Willingly put himself in there.
Willingly
Yes.
dove in pursuit of something that seems intentional and deliberate. And knowing my experience in the past, I am a protector, I am a defender, I'm the one that's supposed to get them out of trouble. And I'm standing here at the ship's helm thinking that I can't attack in this place and also keep control of the ship. I think my turn here is looking to see if either Jonor or Killian are in a dangerous position being where they are. Because I have something I could do to switch places with them. But also knowing that I am probably the second best person to be helming this ship, and the best person is doing way more damage facing this fish. So I would like to probably spend my turn staying here until I see a need to pull someone to safety.
Would you like to make me I'm going to say this falls under athletics or acrobatics check to steer the craft to try and move yourself into a more favorable position? Maybe give your allies and friends a bit of distance from this creature without invoking an attack of opportunity.
What skill set did you say? For this?
Athletics or acrobatics, your choice. Athletics, 17. Where would you like to move the ship to? You may move it 40 feet. If you ping on the map, I'll move it for you. And it will not trigger attacks of opportunity as you move this.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Finally, water vehicles. The water vehicle skill coming into play. Have you ever seen proficiency in water vehicles used in a campaign? If you have, comment below.
Yes.
I'd like to hear about it. Hey, nice. There you go.
I saw them pinging up there. Was that somebody making a request?
No, that was me
Just
just
having fun.
moving my map around.
Just playing.
Because I literally can't see it. It's just the anglerfish taking
Pretty
up my
big.
screen.
Yeah, she's a big
Oh,
old
okay.
anglerfish.
I'm kind of tempted to put Jonor and Killian like at the
On the
far side of the ship,
opposite
but I'm
side.
very aware that that will also put them on the other side of the sail, so they won't have line of sight on the object.
What you could do, if you wanted to kind of carry on in the direction, tack a little bit towards the left and pull the boat around a touch, you could position yourself right next to the anglerfish and the rudder, so have both of you together, move Tithla and Blood towards the very front of the boat, and Killian and Jonor off towards the side, so there's a bit of distance between all of you and the angler except for you. Oh, sorry, Blood's on the angler. Sorry,
Blood is on the angler.
Blood's on the anglerfish. Sorry, let me bring Blood to the front. We'll put him on the anglerfish. Sorry, Blood's here. So get Tithla away from the anglerfish.
Yeah, cool. I think that given the fact that I've been kind of defensive of Tithla, knowing that Tithla's been working in a ranged fashion, I didn't want to pull Blood away, but seeing that Blood has jumped across, I think that is exactly what I would do. I would hard shift and turn the ship so that I am angling Killian and Jonor away from the threat, continuing in the journey that we are traveling in, and definitely putting myself in. Would that be my action?
Yes, that would be your action.
Fantastic. Okay.
Cool.
There we go. I have moved the boat accordingly.
Just seeing if I have bonus action for that. That's awesome.
There you
Is Jonor seemingly in?
Sorry, Jonor. It's just because of the way it kind of snapped to the grid. Jonor's away from the fish. He's not within melee range.
Okay. Cool.
Got to deal with the grid snapping, unfortunately. I messaged Raph. I was like, "Hey, mate, what's going on? What's the plan?" Nothing. There is no plan. I may report.
Oh dear.
There's no plan. Let's see how this goes. Can only end well.
Wow.
This might be thing we find out next episode. the fate of Styx.
Maybe.
Yeah. In that case, I don't feel too bad about using my action to push us away from the fish.
That's very fair.
I don't think that there's anything particularly effective that I can do with my bonus action, but I'm thinking similarly to Blood in how he prepared his spear with a rope. And I would like to, just with my bonus action, I'm not going to make an attack, but can I do the same thing with one of my hand axes?
Yeah, for sure.
Making a tether in case I need to throw out a survival line.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, as you reach down, wrapping the rope around, coiling it and tying it off very tightly. Yes, absolutely. 100%.
That is my turn.
Alrighty. Back up the top of the round. Jonor. Oh, sorry. One more thing as we get to the top of the round again. Jacob, could you roll me a D100, please?
I would love to. And that's the one with the 10 sides, right?
I mean, technically, yes.
39.
Awesome. Let me have a little peekaroo.
What does that mean, Owen?
Cool.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that
Jonor.
out of 100 different options, we pick the one that's associated with the number 38.
Well, I mean, technically it was a
39,
50-50
actually.
guess, right? Like you could have rolled 39 or you couldn't. So it's technically a 50-50. It's either 39 or it's
It
not.
was one or the other.
Yeah.
Really.
So, Jonor, it is your turn. Nothing discernible happens. Jonor, your turn.
Look, honestly, rinse, repeat. Save the description of the bloody combined air, and it just erupts over the other eye of the fish. One red putrid eye. I'm going to try and give it the second one.
Another
With a
shatter spell.
blast. This is all my 4th and 5th level spells gone.
Holy shit.
Wow.
That'll be a 22.
22, absolutely. Oh, wait, yeah, 22 damage. I better roll a con save, sorry. I was like waiting around for some strange reason. Not sure why. I rolled a 17. Your DC 17, isn't it? Yeah, 17.
Yeah, that's one.
Mate. 11 points of thunderous damage as it strikes through the massive sonic boom, a bit less potent than it was last time, Jonor. The sudden movement of the boat kind of throwing you a little bit off as you sort of drop the spell in the center of the fish. You're dropping it on the face, aren't you?
Yeah, going the face again to the other side.
10-foot sphere, 60-foot range. No, that's all good then. Blood, you're fine. You're not inside the range. You're not inside the range.
I
You're
was
fine.
very worried about that for a second.
You're fine. You're hanging on the other side of the face. We very clearly described you were hanging in front of the damage die. You're good to go. Awesome sauce. Jonor, bonus action
That's
movement.
Nah, that's it for me.
Not even going to move away. He's like, I'm happy here. The Dark Angler. The Dark Angler is going to make some attacks. Axel. Ash, could you roll me a d6? I want to see if something recharges.
Yes.
Oh, what could that be?
The really insanely powerful psychic attack it just did last turn.
Could
be that. Could be that.
Roll a 6. High numbers always good.
High numbers
No
always
six, no
better.
six, no
Always.
six.
That's a 1. Fantastic. Brilliant.
It
Alrighty.
recharges.
In that case, then we're going back to the good old lashing more.
You know we don't have to.
We're going to.
Oh, okay.
Blood, it is going to try and bite you. Axel, the fish, is going to try and bite you.
It will be it'll be a disadvantage because of sap, by the way.
I will roll with disadvantage just for the first attack. So that is against you. You are the first recipient of its attack. So I'll roll that with disadvantage. And then Jonor's out of range. It's not too worried about the boat. It's more worried about the person hanging from it. It is going to make another attack against you. Sorry, Blood.
That's fine.
Alrighty. Okay, so for the first attack, which is at disadvantage, that is going to be a 23 to hit Blood.
With a disadvantage, yes.
With disadvantage. The other roll I made was a 30, which is the natural 20. So the disadvantage has very much played in your favor there.
That's very good. Okay.
Yes, that natural 20 would have been really bad. If that natural 20 gone through, you would have been taking, 42 points of damage. As it is, you're only taking 22.
Halved. Okay, that's 11.
Halved down to 11. And for our good friend... that's for the first attack. Sorry, the second attack against you, Blood, is going to be that's only an 18.
That still hits.
Okay, that is going to be 18 points of slashing damage. So piercing damage as it bites into you. And Axel, does a 24 hit you?
Yes, it will.
That would be 15 points. Wow, that's the lowest. 15 points of slashing damage, please. Of piercing damage as it bites down with these razor-sharp, needle-like teeth. Each of them as long as you are. Longer than you, Axel.
No good.
That is the Dark Angler's go. It does not recharge that. And it can't do that yet. Yep, cool. Tithla, it is your go next. You have been, by the grace of Axel's very quick thinking and deft hand on the helm, been moved much further away from this vast creature, which was previously right above you. It's more open, ready to strike down at the boat. With this sudden movement, it has moved away. Axel, you're manning the helm. It has tried to make a bite attack against you. Could I get you to please roll me an athletics or acrobatics check, just to see if you're able to steer the boat out of safety and only you take the attack?
Yeah.
Boat's also got hit points. Nah, you're fine. 21. You managed to hold your shield up, protecting the boat, but taking a large tooth right to the side as it strikes into you. Tithla.
Thank you for protecting me.
Let fly your arrows, Tithla.
Okay, I can do that. I was gonna do other stuff, but...
Then do other stuff.
No, I'll just shoot it with the arrows, I guess. It's pretty safe. It's pretty normal. I guess we'll kind of do that first one's a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Then the second one's a 15.
15 does not hit.
But what if I get Jacob to... Oh. Okay, well, just the first one then.
Your attempts to make me feel bad, you're going to find that you make those attempts with disadvantage, and I also have resistance.
Yeah, I'm going to get Jacob to infuse.
Oh, no. So that's going to be 12 points of piercing damage plus 6 points of cold damage from Ginvost's breath.
Plus...
Hunter's Mark.
That's another 4
points. Fantastic. So that's 22 points of damage.
That's a great turn right there. That's a fantastic.
It's a great turn right there. Anything else on your turn, Tithla?
Yeah.
Yep. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do.
Oh, cool.
Though.
Okay, great. Thank you. Blood, me boy. Blood.
Cool. Wow. Blood's looking a bit bloody, but the combined efforts of Tithla and Killian have kept him away from harm, so he's feeling all right. Blood's going to test the spear, make sure, and the book.
It's in there.
It's in there.
It's in there. Yeah,
and,
you got like a 22 or something. It's in there.
Yeah, it's in there. Great.
Yeah,
and he tests the rope as well. At this point,
the rope comes loose and drops. You rolled really poorly. We didn't roll for it, but I just assumed it was a bad knot. No, you're fine. You're fine.
So where I am, I'm on the side of the mouth, right?
Hanging, just below the eye, right above the sort of upper lip, giving you a view down and inside the lower jaw.
Sorry, is there like a broken tooth or anything like that, like immediately below me?
Yes,
Amazing.
yeah. There's a couple of broken teeth. Jonor's shatter spell has really broken and cracked a number of these long needle-like teeth.
Incredible. Well, that's good, because what Blood is planning on doing is probably a very bad idea.
George of the Jungle. Anyway. Inside the mouth.
More like rappel down to through the tooth gap and then into the mouth. And basically using the rope as his safety line to try and just kind of, shimmy his way almost like a caver would do, and try to get down the mouth. And using his dark vision, just trying to look for any sign of Styx, because as soon as he sees Styx, he's going to use his tree ability to pull him out.
Absolutely. As you dive into the mouth, could I please get an athletics or acrobatics check, as well as a perception or investigation check, your choice?
It's definitely going to be an athletics check, which he does have advantage on, which is pretty fucking good. And a perception check as well.
Yes.
Let's do that. I don't know what that is. I'm hoping it's good. Okay.
7 for the perception check.
That's definitely roll better perception checks. That's a good one.
28 for the athletics. I mean, you push yourself out from the side of the jaw, kicking against the lip as you throw yourself out. You release your grip on the rope a little bit, tying part of it around maybe part of your wooden club so that you can use it to kind of buffer some of the friction as you drop quite rapidly before twisting the club in position, locking off, causing you to suddenly come to a halt and swing inside the mouth, still staying attached to your rope so that you can swing back out again. Unfortunately, there's a lot going on. As you swing inside the mouth and look down, the movement makes it very hard to see anything specifically. You're looking for glints of metal, any signs of a metallic body. Gazing down into the back of the throat, you can see this enormous, almost like flat, large tongue-like fleshy protuberance that kind of locks off the back of the throat. This is a lot like we're going to get into some fucking biology and anatomy here. This is a lot like how the very large catfish, their throat has this kind of like hinge-like closing point, so it's less like our throat, which has a donut-like muscle to kind of close off the throat and keep it locked. They have this kind of like trapdoor-like kind of thing going on that goes back over the gills to allow water to run over them. Looking down through this dark tunnel into the blackness below, you just see the curvature of the ribs illuminated with this very soft reddish, almost like reddish light coming through the skin and flesh above. No sign of Styx from in there, but you do see corpses.
Is Styx emanating any type of light? Just purely because Styx.
Yes, and Styx also did sort of set off this massive burst of radiant energy. I will say that there is still coming from his sword golden light shining from much deeper down the gullet of this creature. But with a 7, you don't see it.
Fuck.
Sorry.
That's fine. I'm probably at the limit with my rope, right? And my axe is also being used as a part of that mechanism.
You can still use it to attack for sure. I'm just sort of saying that like as you drop down, you kind of use the handle to lower yourself and then tie it off around your waist. Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. Blood is gonna annoyed that he can't see Styx and not really wanting to travel any further without being tied off to the rope. He's gonna just like attack, I guess, some corpses that he sees, or like just some of the flesh of this thing. He's just gonna whack the inside of this mouth.
Yeah, for sure. Let's make some attacks.
Amazing. Let me do that real quick.
I do love the kind of George of the Jungle. Oh! And then smash the inside of the mouth just with his club as he swings in. That's quite funny. Alrighty, that is a 19 to hit. That is... Yes, that is a hit.
Incredible.
14 is not, sorry.
Okay, I'll just roll the one amount of damage.
So ready.
Yeah, nice.
It's going to be... Oh, you've also got so 15 slashing damage, plus you've got Great Weapon Master, so that's an additional 4 for a total of 19.
And then plus 3 for the rage. So that's
plus 3 for rage. I'll mark that off. Ooh, yep. Okay. Blood. As you smash into the upper jaw, something underneath the upper soft palate of this fish cracks and caves in. Jonor's repeated shatter spells time and time again on the skull of this fish, right on the bone, seems to have weakened a lot of these internal structures. And as you smash into that upper soft palate, something bony and vital gives way. And you watch as the inner section of the mouth drops as viscera and gore rain down from above the fish's mouth into its lower jaw, including what looks suspiciously like part of its brain matter as it drops down into the cavity of its mouth, showering you in this disgusting, foul-smelling fish viscera. It is not looking like it is doing very well.
Okay. Amazing.
Blood. As you smash through and break the upper palate, you hear a voice coming from right next to you, and as you turn and look, you watch as a corpse pulls its way free of the gills, this desiccated skull-like face emerging from inside these layers of gills as this undead creature sort of turns, the eyes glowing softly purple, and then there's a pulse as the eyes brighten for a second, and you hear a voice emanating from the cracked, broken mouth. Originally, you hear this And then suddenly a voice begins emanating from the vocal cords of this creature.
Well, blood, is it? You are a newcomer to these lands. Why have you killed my fish? Do you seek to make an enemy of me, Blood?
I killed big fish. Because big fish hurting friends.
Perhaps you should choose your friends more wisely next time, Blood.
Can I just slap it with my
You don't need to. You watch as the purple light shines for a second, and then the corpse goes limp, dropping again.
I still slap it in the face.
Slap the dead body. You watch as a bit of the skin comes off on your hand, leaving the cheek open as this sort of rotting flesh gets coated over the front of your hand. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty gross.
So is it dying?
It's not dead, but it looks like that really fucking hurt it.
Okay, cool.
Let me put it this way. It has crossed a threshold for me to describe something happening.
Oh, okay, cool. Sweet.
Something happens with Styx deep in the belly of the creature. You know not what, but Blood, from your vantage point, this time it doesn't matter what your perception is, you can't help but see this blast of golden light emerging from inside the creature. And you watch as this glowing sword emerges from inside its gut, as you see Styx floating along the roof of the mouth, stabbing the sword to propel himself forward as he stabs into the roof of the mouth and pulls himself along the top of its body. Oh wait, hang on. Who was it who cast Levitate? It was Jonor. Oh no, you haven't failed concentration. I will actually.
No, it was me. It was me. I didn't do.
Oh, it was you, Killian.
Let me do it.
Oh, because you would have taken damage from the
in that case, then, rather than pulling himself along the roof of the mouth, you watch as the sword jams up over the top of the tongue, and you see Styx pulling himself free from inside the mouth. Part of his armor is melted and broken. You can see his face paint is not looking great. And as he turns the eye towards you, you hear,
Hello. I am not doing very well. It is not good down there.
Blood can see that. Blood here to help.
All right.
Styx pulls himself onto the tongue of the creature. Not looking great. Styx has dealt a bit more damage. I will mark that off. Killian, it is your go.
I am going to start off by giving myself some encouraging words. Right, we can do this. There's only a slight risk that we're going to fall into the water that we plunged down into the depths of once before. I really don't want to do that again. But we've got this. We're a good team. Everybody's still alive. We've got this. And I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself at second level.
Fantastic.
How much do I get? I get 13 hit points. Yay.
He loves his healing words.
At the moment. I'll do that in a minute. And then I will sort of spin my hand round, and I believe Jonor is in front of me, so I'll place my hand on Jonor's shoulder, and I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast
on Jonor's shoulder.
The divine. sorry, Jonor.
You place your hand right on Jonor's spine and then cast Eldritch Blast.
I will summon the
Eldritch Betrayal.
Yeah, Eldritch Betrayal.
I'll summon the divine pistol, the stun pistol as I call it, and I will shoot the thing twice. Pew pew.
Fantastic. Yes, get those pew pews. Maybe we should make like a pew pew animated emote for Eldritch Blast. That'd be sick for Twitch. I might get onto that. Like, you know those multi ones where you can have like a thing travel across different. That'd be cool. And you have like one with Killian holding his hands out. That'd be sick. 21 hits. 17 does not.
And
21 does hit.
Okay.
Owen.
10 points of force damage.
10 points of force damage. Hello.
If you're going to do that with the emotes, you have to make sure that the middle one is locked behind some sort of paywall.
No, that sounds like exactly the opposite of... No, I'm
money,
not... No, I hate that.
Squeeze everything you can.
I fucking hate that. That's never going to happen here. I will never lock it, ever. That is so shit and I hate it. You're making me angry just by suggesting it, Jacob. I know you're kidding, but I'm genuinely angry right now.
I'm just happy to get a reaction.
Well done. You will always get a reaction. There's a couple of things guaranteed to always piss me off. One is corporate greed. That's always going to get me. It's always going to piss me off. Every time.
Yeah.
And what's the other one?
Oh, there's loads. I don't want to share them because you're just going to use them against me. I've realized. There's no points. You got to find
I've already
them.
got my notepad out ready to go.
That's it. We've got a highlight of
I'm going to
free
move in
insult
front of
Sergey
Jonor and
next
do the
time.
whole
Oh my
thing
God.
again.
We've got an insult suggestion for if anyone wanted to do Killian specifically. If you wanted to do vicious mockery, we've had an insult suggestion. Sergey, next time you get a love interest, make sure it's not your brother's sloppy seconds. That's fucking brutal. Holy shit.
I don't know if Sergey's involved.
That would not go well. That
I
is
don't even know
fun.
if I have vicious mockery.
Killian, 10 points of force damage from your Sun Pistol, your Eldritch Blast.
Yep.
Anything else on your turn, Killian? I think that's your bonus action and your action.
In front of Jonor, and I do the whole distraction thing again to make sure it doesn't go
Dance
for
around.
Jonor.
Fantastic. Axel, me boy.
Okay. I'm looking from the helm, seemingly getting the ship in a position to move away from this creature, realizing that I have to hold in this moment if Blood is coming with us.
Yep.
I can see, I'm assuming that from that dark angle of being able to attack us during that turn, it's turned as the ship has turned and is kind of like pursuing and chasing us. So I'm imagining I'm looking through the teeth now, over my shoulder at Blood, swinging and getting absolutely soaked in the viscera of this thing's upper palate.
You watch as he brains it, basically. It's from inside the mouth. It's brutal. Yeah.
And I know that if he is leaving with us, then he needs an access. He needs this method out. And I
ram the boat into its mouth.
well, I'm leaving it, right? Like it's now turned and chasing. So I'm thinking like one hand on the, tiller. I'm turning around and I need to give Blood connection back to the boat as the boat is pulling away. I've just prepared this hand axe to throw back with a rope attached to it to give Blood that opportunity, knowing that potentially it's now or never to flee. That is my method of protection, is to keep the ship and the crew away. So my first thought is Blood's attention on going down with the ship, so to speak, meaning the anglerfish, or is he conscious of himself needing to get out of there?
Blood.
Like, would I be able to have a read on that?
Yeah. Do you want to make a quick insight check? And then Blood, can you share? We'll share anyway, and then I'll tell you how much Axel gets from this. But Blood, what's are you looking for an exit now? You can see Styx.
Well, I mean, the whole point was to try and get
25.
Styx. I was trying to get Styx within line of sight so I could
Nailed it.
Pull him out of the stomach cavity and take
Mission accomplished.
Out of the mouth. So at this point, you probably would have seen Blood like look down the stomach and seen maybe a bit of light, and then Blood is probably turning around like ready to sort of evacuate with Styx in tow, hopefully.
Fantastic. In that case, I'm fully intending for this hand axe to find purchase as close to Blood without causing him harm. So like at the base of his feet, or anchoring this between the teeth so that he has basically like a, not a flying fox, but I'm
a zip
kind
line.
of thinking,
Yeah.
I'm thinking more so like this is his ski rope.
Yeah,
For him
nice.
to grab
Yeah.
onto and hold on to get pulled away as we evacuate. Can I make a hand axe attack
Yes,
roll?
absolutely. Yes, like a
Would
ranged
this
attack,
just
basically.
be against the creature?
It's not going to be against the creature. I'll adjust it slightly because you're not looking to sort of damage it. You're looking to kind of like leverage this and lock it in. So I'll do it as a ranged attack, and I'll change the DC slightly.
Okay.
Because basically what you're doing is you're sacrificing the ability to do damage to instead just secure this in a way that they can get out. Unless you wanted to aim for doing damage, and then, if you roll above, you'll get both. So it's a risk and reward thing. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna risk it.
Nice.
Because I have features to support myself here if this doesn't go as planned. I
Sweet.
have precision attack to hopefully assist myself.
Perfect.
Here.
Then risk it for the biscuit. We'll treat it exactly like we did with Blood's weapon attack then.
Okay.
So just make it as a ranged attack using your hand axe, and then we'll go from there. And I love your character art, Blood. I'm still so proud of that.
Looks great.
I need to do some more. It's been a hot minute. Oh, 25. That was definitely worth a risk. Holy shit.
Hell yeah.
Axel, You watch as your hand axe flies true. Rather than going overhand, you pause for a moment, getting it lined up, and swing underhand. Not just getting the hand axe right near Blood, but instead wedging it up underneath that same damage point of the soft palate, wedging part of it in the teeth as it does, right in that section of the inside of the mouth, right next to Blood. Would you like to roll me some damage?
Oh yeah, I can do that as well. I forgot
Yes, you
that that's
can. Yeah.
doing.
You rolled nicely.
Doesn't get better than that.
You can't get better than a 10. Let me mark that off.
Nice.
Okay, that's my first attack.
Yes.
I have a second attack here.
Yes.
How far away from that anglerfish's mouth am I?
10 feet tops.
Okay. And is Styx visible now climbing out?
Inside the moor, yes.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
I think thematically it would be an appropriate time for me to use a weapon that I haven't yet touched, that I technically have on my person since the start, but I think that this would be a beautiful place to have found this weapon. Can I jump across into the mouth of this creature?
Yes.
We should all
Yes.
go down with the ship.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
And from its teeth, pull the weapon that I technically already have, but
Yeah.
could I pull the flame tongue trident from between?
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
that's sick.
Pry a tooth off with an attack, please.
You spy, Axel, from your position on the boat. Part of the shattered teeth, a section, is a large silvery looking weapon that was kind of blended in with a lot of these teeth. It's been undamaged by Jonor's shatter spells. And as you spy this and leap across, pull forth the flame tongue trident, you immediately realize what you have in your hands is an enchanted weapon. A gorgeously made enchanted weapon.
I technically have. Am I right that I have advantage because of my hand axe using
Vex.
Vex,
Vex.
yes, you do.
fantastic?
Yeah, there's some cool kind of stacking stuff you can do with the hand axe with Vex as well, especially if you're throwing offhand, and there's some really cool synergies there.
If the
16 and
16 or
17.
17 don't work, I will expend a superiority dice.
Yes, you may spend the superiority dice if you wish.
That's the 8.
I reckon this is going to be. I mean, you'd have to be pretty unlucky for this. That's perfect. Yeah, absolutely. We'll take the 17 up to a 23. No, sorry, 22. Raph, perfect. Hello, mates.
Hey.
We will jump with you in a sec. Actually, tell you what, this is the perfect time because Axel, could you roll me some? Can you roll me some damage? Because that definitely hits as you throw your. As you grab the flame tongue trident out from between the jaws of this creature. And where are you aiming? You're stabbing up into that same section Blood had just sort of like.
I think
through?
because that's where the axe and the rope to secure
Probably
us. I think I'm probably piercing into the side of the soft muscle specifically so that it doesn't have clenching power. I'm just along the side of it.
Fantastic. Could you roll me some damagios? While you do that, Raph, I had, just in case you couldn't make it, I've been doing some stuff. Styx has had 2 rounds of combat inside the creature. I did some things for Styx, but I've kept it separate so that if you joined us in time, I could just put it aside and we could instead see what Styx would be doing. So before I read out the damage from Axel, Styx, you've got 2 rounds of combat inside this creature's stomach before you emerge, having climbed up the inside of it using your sword to stab into the tongue. Unfortunately, partway through, your levitation suddenly stopped and you plunged into the stomach acid. I haven't marked off the damage on your character sheet, but I have the acid damage here that you took from 1 round of stomach acid, and that was 17 points of acid damage.
Easy, piece of wee-wee.
Easy peasy. And then, so you've got 2 rounds. What would you like to do for your 2 rounds, Styx, inside the creature's maw?
Well, I definitely came prepared. I will.
Open
Is
roll
your character
20.
sheet open?
Open character sheet.
You bloody better believe it is. I'm going to basically sun sword lightsaber my way through the stomach in an effort to have this creature's own stomach acid leach into its in between the organs.
Do you want to know something funny?
Cause damage.
Do you want to know something funny? This is exactly what I thought you were doing. It's exactly what I've done.
Yeah, good.
Fucking A. As you get to the back of the stomach sphincter, make me an attack, please. You have advantage. You are inside the creature. It's very hard to miss.
Wow. We'll see about that.
That's amazing. 14
with advantage. Yeah.
With advantage, yeah. 14 for the first.
We'll take the 14.
Oh, what's the second roll? 10. 14, unfortunately, isn't enough as you stab with the sun sword into the side of this back sphincter. Styx. You stab through, cutting through flesh and cutting through muscle, but it doesn't seem to be getting through the thick layers of mucosal wall that protect this creature from its own acid. I believe you have another attack, do you not? You're a level 9 paladin.
I do, yeah. I do get a second one.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
And make sure you do with advantage. Oh, Styx,
was-
what's going on, mate? 10?
That was better. That's all right.
19 hits, absolutely. That is. We always take the first damage. That's 11 radiant damage. It's not an undead, so it's just the 11 radiant damage. So you don't get the 3 from against undead targets, but you do 11 radiant damage as you carve through that lower sphincter muscle. Did you want to smite this?
Yes, I'm actually going to. Sorry, guys. This it's sort of about thrown right into the middle of it.
I have done that to him. Yes.
I'm gonna divine.
Have you opened D&D Beyond yet?
Fuck off! I have.
He's rolling from it, mate.
I mean, look. To be fair, it's a valid question, but yes, I have. I'm gonna use Divine Smite.
Yes.
Which gives me an extra 2d8 radiant damage, plus 1d8 for each spell level I use. I'm going to use that at 3rd level. Why not? So that's
4d8. So 2d8 for a first level spell, then you get another d8 for each additional level above. So 4d8 total.
4d8 is an additional 19 damage.
Very, very nice.
Does this count as pre-undead?
What do you mean?
Yeah, they've got a term for that.
I mean, yeah,
alive.
It's gonna be dead. So
Yeah. It's not. You don't get any benefit. It's not undead. Sorry, it's not powered. It's not powered by necromantic energy.
Pre-dead.
Pre-dead. As you stab through, you cut through the stomach, slicing it in pieces. As you look, you watch as the acid begins to burn through. You realize you haven't cut down into the lower intestines. You cut into the essentially like the pleural space where the lungs are located. Sorry, not the lungs. Where the vital organs are located, like the gallbladder, the heart. That sort of section where the muscular tissue locks in and around. You watch as the acid begins to burn through the creature. Could you roll me? Could you roll me an additional 2d10, please?
You bet I can.
And I'll add some stuffs.
15.
15.
Now that's my attack action. I don't know what happened for my actual movement-y bits.
I then had your movement climbing back out of the fish up the top as you watch the stomach acid burning through its inside, as you hear blood call out, Styx, from inside its mouth.
I would like to... Can I retcon that a little bit?
For sure. Yeah, you can.
Can I crawl out the hole I just made into its insides?
You want to crawl further into its flesh.
Well, I mean, there's a cavity there, right?
That is rapidly filling with stomach acid.
I mean...
That's not a no.
It's not a no. I'm just making sure you're aware of the consequences.
Yeah, I'm always aware of the consequences.
Are you?
No, I'm going that way. I want to cut my way into its bits and pieces.
In that case, then I retcon slightly. Blood, you do not see Styx climbing up from inside the throat. Axel, you only see blood. You only see blood inside the mouth. Styx, as you climb further in, I'm going to get you to take another bit of acid damage, my friend, as you climb further in.
I don't know if you you can't consider that to be further in. Surely that's just fish adjacent at this point.
Sure, fish adjacent. Yeah, but you're still climbing. You're now climbing further away from the exit is how I want to position this, because it's how it is.
This is the first digging the hole I've ever heard. Like, he's actually digging the hole in the fish.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively digging the hole.
Wow. Styx, that's going to be another 16 points of acid damage.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Are you making your own exits?
That's his plan, I suspect.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one thing I don't think he's quite thought of that we will get to in a moment. We're going to jump back to the present as Styx
You think I've thought of any of this?
takes
Carry
acid
on.
damage. I did make a call. I said to the group earlier, I was like, there is no plan. This is just stabbing fish inside. That's as far as the plan's gone. Styx. As you climb further inside this cavity, away from the mouth, away from the exit. Again, so fish have like this sort of open trapdoor, like esophageal block, rather than us with our sphincter close-off section. Fish have this kind of trapdoor deal that you can climb back out through if you need to, or you can get your hand right in. You just turn 90 degrees away and dig yourself further into the fish, doused in more of the stomach acid. Luckily, you don't need to breathe, or you would be making other checks, but the abdominal muscles of the fish crush and push against you as you try and climb further into its musculature at this point. Back on the surface, Axel, as you wield your brand new flame tongue flame tongue trident that you pulled free from the maw of the fish, striking across the top of it. That is 13 points. Oh, are you building it two-handed or one-handed? I have to be one-handed because you threw your...
One-handed,
yeah. 13 points of damage. Axel, as you carve across the inside cheek, cutting through muscle tissue, you watch as the jaw, something inside this breaks and the jawbone pops off. As it does so and drops, you watch as one of the teeth pushes up through that cavity that had been created. Something happens deep inside this creature as it lets out this pained roar. Sticks inside the belly of this beast. There you go, Tom. I got the title in the session.
He said the thing.
He said the thing. Roll credits. Inside the belly of the beast, you feel the muscles all tight at once, crushing up against you for a moment before suddenly loosening. On the surface, you watch as the fish rises up one last time. This pained cry emanating from its maw before it drops, splashing down into the water, almost smashing into the boat as it hits the surface of the water hard. Blood and Axel, I need both of you to make me dexterity saving throws as you are thrown down. You have advantage because of the ropes that you have set up. One from the eye down into the maw, and the other one from the boat up to Axel.
Cool. I was going to say, I think Danger Sense would probably give me a...
Danger Sense also kicks in for this too. 19 for Axel, very nice. You're fine, Axel. You just basically grab onto your rope that you already hit. You unclip the hand axe, and as the fish falls, you just fly out the mouth as the fish falls back away from you. Unnatural 20 for Blood. Natural 20 with the advantage.
Yes.
Blood, how do you want to get out of here? Describe the most cool thing you can think of, and it happens, basically.
I want to use I want to be in tune with the creature's movement, and I kind of use the movement of the creature to kind of leap up a little bit, and the forward momentum propels me out of the mouth and whips me back around in such a way that I'm able to I want to pull free the spear if I can, and then just hopefully land back on the boat or on the side of the fish. With
a natural 20, as the fish flies forwards, you holding onto the rope tightly get thrown up into the air. You pull at the arc of that journey as you sort of fly up. You pull, detaching the spear. As you fly up over around towards the boat, you reach out, grab onto the top of the sail, using it to slow your fall as you land onto the boat 2 feet right next to Tithla on the deck of the ship, holding the bloodied spear in one hand, the rope wrapped around your arm on the other, as you just go boom onto the deck of the ship right next to Tithla.
Covered in blood.
Covered in blood and fish guts and fish brain matter as well.
Hi, Tithla.
Hi. You got something on you.
You got a bit of.
What?
You got it. You're good now. You got it. Just look over that way. Just look there real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Just look that. And Tithla like now that he's distracted, grabs a cloth and wipes his face off.
Oh,
Because he's
Can you
distracted,
reach?
so he won't notice.
yeah.
Sorry?
Can you reach his face? Blood is like 6'4". Tithla, you're like
Tithla is more
4
than happy
foot.
to get a stick.
Okay. Fair enough.
Wipe it on his face because he's distracted.
Inside the
I got
belly
it.
of the creature Styx. That sudden shaking and vibrating stops, and a sound that you've heard this whole time, boom, 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 suddenly ceases, leaving you in this eerie calm and quiet.
Yeah, nice.
Has Styx had a voice upgrade?
Yeah, nice, hey, mate.
That's
Hello.
Styx's internal voice.
The acid's melted me vocal modulator. Unfortunately, this is what I sound like now.
We going full bogan on that one.
Yeah. Time to get out of here faster than a cat off a hot tin roof. As you start carving your way out. Styx, inside this thing, it seems to be dead.
Okay. Can I mean, I'm in the general vicinity of where the lub-dubs were coming from, right?
Yes. Oh boy.
Can I get the heart?
It's going to be bigger than you, mate. You've seen how big this creature is.
Okay.
You could
all
swim
right.
through its aorta, let me put it that way.
Right. Well, we don't want that then. I'm just gonna cut like a manageable size of heart off.
How are you differentiating what's cardiac musculature and what's just fish? Can you roll
I'm
me?
a robot. It's all giblets.
Can you roll me? It is all meat. Could you roll me I'm going to call this a medicine check as you try and identify which bit of this you're trying to carve off, and I guess I'd also like a reason why as well while you're there.
I don't know.
The Tin Man
I
wants
feel
a
like
heart. He doesn't care which one.
I
19.
don't know. Like hearts. I know that hearts are like the epitome of a living creature. Like it's where the source of life stems from. The heart
It's the
stops.
center of their
it's not
plumbing.
living.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think Styx kind of just wants a little bit of a trophy and maybe something that he can use for medicinal stuff potentially later on. He doesn't know quite what to do with it. He's just...
Styx, you got a 19. You are able to identify the heart of this thing as you start carving your way through that pleural space. It doesn't take you too long to reach the massive open chamber that is the heart. The heart is massive. I mean, as I said, some of these blood vessels are big enough for you to swim through. Fun fact, blue whales' blood vessels are big enough for a human to swim through. The ones around the heart, they're fucking huge. Yeah, just a fun fact. As you get... Yeah, right? Doesn't that just put things in perspective?
Is that like freestyle? Is that like butterfly?
I mean, butterfly's probably a bit tricky, as is backstroke and freestyle, given that there's no surface of the water, but breaststroke could be very doable. Yeah.
Okay.
Styx, as you reach the heart, there's no way you're getting all of this out. But interestingly, as you look at the section of the heart, sort of examining it, you spy right around the central, this sort of like lattice work of connective tissue joining what looks like two chambers together rather than having a four-chambered heart like us, just two chambers. And that musculature and that area there, you can see what looks like these sort of bony spikes protruding from that section there that almost seem to kind of wrap around part of the heart and hold it in position. And you realize that flesh rots, but this kind of bony, spiky thing, you could almost potentially look at making some armor out of this. Could be used to make a shield, maybe a pauldron or something. And knowing that some of the bones that make up you have melted with the acid, some options here to replace some biological tissue that's suffered a little bit underneath the onslaught of the stomach acid. And as you reach in with your sword, carving away a big chunk, it's not careful, it's not precise, but it gets you that big chunk with a lot of fleshy bits attached. In a carryable state.
Yeah, heart lump. All right, now I'm heading out.
Yeah. On the surface of the water, you watch as Axel drags himself out from inside the jaws. Axel, your athletics check, your acrobatics check, getting you, keeping you from falling in the water, stopping you from landing further inside the mouth of this creature or on any of the teeth. As you pull yourself up on top of the head, the creature is lying with its mouth open sideways as it lies in the water. As you stand on top of the corpse and look around, there's no sign of Styx. You can see Blood is standing on the boat somehow. He's just there. Last second you saw him inside the mouth with you. Next minute he's just over there with Tithla. Blood is covered in crap. Jonor, Killian, as Blood lands next to you, he reeks. It is the foulest smell you have ever been assaulted with.
You need to have a dip, Gus. Oh wow.
What do you mean?
That is absolutely disgusting. I pull the Bandalore out, and with a really disgusted look on my face, I play a tune, and I'm going to press a dissertation, just the smell, away from Blood.
Nice.
Stay covered in the guts, but just get rid of the smell.
What smell would you like to replace it with?
Freshly cut grass.
Ooh, nice. Very nice. I was going to suggest petrichor, that sort of dust smell after rain, but freshly cut grass is infinitely better. Good choice. Blood, a second later. You smell good. Blood good. Oh.
Blood.
Just says his own name. Blood. Can you imagine just doing that in conversation? Someone's like talking to you, you're just like, Matt.
Freshly cut grass, not blood.
Yeah.
Oh. Thank you, Killian.
Thank you, kill him.
Blood could not find Styx. Styx going further in, maybe? I hope he is okay.
A few moments later, you
Jonor,
watch as a golden sword bursts up from the side of the mouth before disappearing as Styx crawls his way right next to Axel up on top of the head of the fish. Axel, you thought Blood stank like fish guts. Part of Styx is still melting from the stomach acid. He's covered in viscera and gore, and he's clutching.
Hello.
Yeah, I think I nailed that. I did a quick thing as Styx was like,
Hello, it is not good down there.
as he sort of crawled his way out. As you look, Styx just not looking happy. Well, actually, no, Styx is looking very happy. He's clutching something. It's bloody. It's leaking juice and like these sort of dark brownish blobs of viscera onto the ground next to him. It's pretty gross.
I think we'd already narrated me on the ship, but I'm happy to say, like, if we wanted to, the pulling out the axe to like get flung back across to the ship. I'm kind of picturing like a Romancing the Stone, like jungle adventure swing with a heroine, like hand around Styx. I'm like, no time for this, and I just like grab the axe out, and as I pull the axe out, the tension just pulls us directly off the car.
Because the boat's still moving. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. As you can you make me? We have to roll for this. Could I please get a? I'm going to say this falls under athletics or acrobatics. Axel, Styx, same story for you, my friend. This can only be good. I'm ready for 2 nat ones, and you watch as they both just land in the water. Styx just immediately sinks and vanishes from view. 19 and 17, no dramas at all. That's easy as. Axel, you just literally, as soon as Styx emerges, goes, hello. You're like, shh, put a finger on his faceplate. No time for this. You grab him up and wrapping your arm with a shield around him, and then immediately detaching the axe. Styx, you and Axel find just as the tension on the rope suddenly snaps back away from the fish, the boat jerking for a moment forwards. Tithla, Killian, and Jonor and Blood, as the boat kind of jerks for a moment, you find yourself having to steady yourselves, grabbing onto the sail, catch your grip as you start to fall a little bit before Axel and Styx land very, very heavily on the back of the ship right at the aft. Axel, you sort of clutching onto the rudder, turning it back around so the boat doesn't keep shooting away off into the distance with all of you. And I'd say by this point, Blood, you could just drop the sails and stop them catching the wind anymore if you wanted to slow down.
Yeah. And I'm clinging on in like full damsel pose.
Yes, yeah. All like 6'7" of you, and then all 3 foot of Axel. Yeah, that's it exactly. With that, you are all out of initiative. I've brought us back over to the webcams. The fish is dead. Ding dong, the fish is dead.
Could we go and have a look in that boat down there?
So as soon as Jonor, the map is not quite correct anymore. As soon as Jonor cracked that lure, the ghost ship vanished. So that was kind of how I had the see-through ghost ship visible. You can sort of see things through it. As soon as that lure was broken and that body kind of fell out of it, all of this illusion magic creating the ghost ship vanished instantly, glitching and disappearing.
Where did the body go
Is
when
the
it
lure
fell
still
out?
up?
Still floating on the surface of the water in the fragments of the lure. This desiccated
The lure is
corpse,
still
like
there.
yeah.
How big is it?
It's a human-sized
Is it
body.
mage handable, grabbable? Oh,
Yeah,
the lure,
yeah.
I'm more thinking.
Your mage hand is pretty strong. It can push and shove people. It's floating on the surface of the water. You're not kind of pulling against any real resistance. Yeah, Jonor, you could mage hand it over for sure. If
Yep,
you wanted to do
just-
that while this was
yep.
happening.
You want body?
Yes.
I
Yeah,
go
we'll
get.
grab both.
Let's go get.
The lure, definitely. Body could have something.
I'm
What do
going
you want? I just want the lure.
I've not really wanted to do it the entire time because I feel a little bit inadequate compared to yours, but I can also cast Mage Hand.
Oh,
Well, you
look, it's
you
got
can
another
cast
size,
Mage
right?
Hand.
It's-
Jonor casts Rage Hand. It's a bit different. Yeah.
Many.
It's not about the size.
It's what you do with it.
It's emotion. It's emotion in the ocean, Killian.
That's it.
Yes.
While they're having their pissing contest over
Yes.
whose hand is bigger,
Yeah.
No, I've already admitted that his hand is bigger.
It was a very quick pissing contest.
well, never mind then. If they're quick, they're quick.
No. Go on, Tithla. What were you going to do?
Tithla was just going to dive into the water and swim over and grab it and then bring it back.
No need. You watch as Jonah's already summoned his mage hand. You watch as Killian summons
That's
his.
what I meant. The who quote unquote hand
Yeah.
is bigger. Contest was yeah.
I love the idea of Tithla getting over there just as the hand picks it up and takes it back to the boat.
Just leaving Tithla in the water. She's sort of looking at her.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's just good
fuck.
back.
Yeah. As
Stay
you,
there. I'll get you in a second.
yeah, she picks you up and brings you back.
Excuse me.
Come
here.
Okay, fine.
Come here.
You hold the lure. You hold the lure, and
Come here.
All right.
No, come in the water. We'll see who can swim faster.
It splashes. It
No,
splashes.
I don't give a shit about the lure. Come in the water. We'll see who can swim faster. Can you swim?
You realise there's still lake spawn in the water, or whatever those things were that
They're
attacked us
gone
before,
for now.
right?
They're gone for now.
Ludwig, they come
I'm
back for fish.
Well, I'm not a fish.
No, but for fish. I just pointed the big.
A
And the
massive
fish is over
corpse.
there.
Yeah, like 20 feet from you, Tithla.
It's all the way over there.
That should feed them for a little while. Styx, would you like me to repair you?
All right.
I will cast for the remainder of our journey because it takes a minute to do. So I will just cast it repeatedly while we're traveling. I will cast Mending to try and repair as much of Styx as I can.
So mending will fix the surface damage in a way that looks good. It doesn't heal him.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I want to repair like his faceplate so it doesn't look so
Melted. Yeah.
I can restore hit points if you require it as well with other spells, but I will.
No, thank you. I am all right. I have found a heart.
He shows you the massive, bony, fleshy. Yeah.
Right.
Mr. Tin.
How did you get that? You just fell off the boat and you came back with a heart?
I went on an adventure.
You chose to fall off.
I wanted to help.
Oh, well, I guess we're all here, so, you know.
The man was brave. Went into stomach. Yes.
I got swallowed.
Yes. Big fish will do that.
Yes.
Sounds like the beginning of a
I
Daft Punk
counted on
song.
it.
I got swallowed.
I wondered why I felt a bit of resistance when I tried to lift you out of the water.
Digest. Rest. Digest.
It could be a Daft Punk song.
What you do with part piece?
Look, I don't want to be the one that keeps us on track, okay? But we
Whoa.
kind of have children to rescue.
The ship is still
Yes.
moving. We are traveling.
Yeah, but we
Yes.
need to be serious, okay? It's
Okay,
serious.
get to your station.
I'm
Get
at my
back in the
station.
boat then.
I don't have a job.
Get back in the boat then.
Pull that. Pull
You're in
that.
water now. You're swimming. You're not even in port.
Whose side
Got
are
him.
you on?
Got him.
I thought we had something.
Nah,
I
there's
thought we were friends.
nothing you can say. He got you good. You got. Tithla, as you climb back into the boat, having jumped in needlessly, you watch as Axel pulls the rudder back in again. Blood drops the sails. The boat takes off quite quickly. I will say, Jonor and Killian, the two of you have pulled this sort of desiccated corpse onto the deck of the ship, as well as a few shards of that kind of crystalline structure. The body that lies in front of you looks like it is partially mummified. It is old, almost like so there's bodies that have kind of been dropped in peat bogs. The skin has kind of sunken around the bones. The flesh has sallowed and soured, turned into this almost leather-like substance. And you can see it's kind of clutched over in the fetal position. Shards of crystal, that crystal that was forming the lure, still partially attached to it, and that goo that was sort of surrounding it inside, still stuck to the outside of it as you examine this corpse.
Very curious material this thing is sort of gooped all over with. And I want to have an arcana check of this one. Killian, can you cast me your eyes, please?
I can, yes. And I'll look over.
Can you sort of hold this while I check this? And I've used arcana check, hopefully getting some help.
Yep.
Yeah. With Killian's help, you can roll with advantage.
I'll pull a stone out of my pocket and I will cast light on it to use it as a torch.
Nice. Yeah. Fantastic.
24.
20 and 24. We'll take the 24. Jonor, as you examine the strange desiccated corpse with Killian's help, Blood and Axel focusing on steering the ship, Tithla, look out.
No, she got told she doesn't have a job. She's not doing it.
I didn't hear that. Did someone say that, did they?
Tithla said.
No, Tithla said that.
Tithla said that. So when you say Tithla got told she doesn't have a job,
I'm pretty sure Axel said to get back to your post.
Yeah.
So goddamn petty.
Which was look out.
Just look out.
Tithla is spending her 6 seconds to
resummoning Dracob. Yeah, perfect. After Dracob got melted.
And then it's only 6 seconds to resummon Dracob, but it's then 45 minutes of reacquainting, and probably re-explaining who everyone is, even though Dracob knows.
Yeah. You can sense originally annoyance coming through the link, and then acceptance that this is just reality and Dracob's going to have to deal with it. This sort of tired acceptance of having worn someone down.
So we've got the list of people's names and the crosses next to their name, and you don't talk to them. And then we've got question marks. It means you don't talk to them either.
Yeah, you feel that annoyance from Dracob flare up just a little bit and then drop back down into acceptance once again.
Tithla says, yeah, I'm annoyed. I don't know how to keep track of all this either.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
With all this going on,
yes.
Can I just very quickly on the side cast Divine Sense?
Yes, absolutely. Would you like to know if there's any Fey Fiends undead nearby? Aberrations as well, I believe. Yeah. As Jonor and Killian examine this corpse, it's undead. 100%. You can feel the energy pulsing off it in waves. Strongly undead. Jonor and Killian, as you examine the corpse, looking over at the light shining, it appears to be a human. Possibly male. As you examine, hard to make out many more details. You can see that there are a number of wounds on the body that probably were fatal. There's a large cut down across the neck that sort of starts at the upper shoulder, down across the neck, and then almost like across part of the pectoral muscle, cuts through skin down into what was once flesh that is sort of leathered inside this strange goo, this peat bog-like goo. You can see there's another slash that's happened across the back. Looks like it's severed part of the spine. It was a bad cut, this one, starting a little bit underneath the pelvis and striking up along part of the spinal column before cutting through one of the vertebrae. Whoever this was, they suffered at least 2 mortal wounds that you can see immediately. Which one killed them, you're not sure. It's hard to tell with the state of decay. But as you pass the light over the body and begin moving up the side, Styx, you activate this ability right as the light strikes the face. Jonor and Killian, you watch as the eyelids wide open, revealing these glowing purple eye sockets. As Styx, you suddenly sense the presence of a powerful undead right on the ship in front of you.
I immediately open up my sword again and just put it at its neck. But don't do anything else.
As the sword immediately down at the undead creature's neck, you watch as it opens its mouth a little bit, this kind of cracking noise as the skin stretches and then splits along part of the cheek, the jaw unable to open fully without cracking through the flesh. You watch as the purple light dims for a second and then pulses even brighter. You hear this cracking noise as the neck spins a little bit, the hands moving, the fingers jerking, and then you hear a voice.
Can you hear me? This one is somewhat damaged. Ah. Soulless.
Killian, I didn't.
As it looks up at Styx with the sword down at its neck.
Styx isn't saying shit. Styx is just standing there. He's already had a chat with this guy in the stomach, he thinks, so he's just staying put for now.
Styx, are you okay? You're not saying anything.
Punch it! Punch it in the face!
That seems totally out of character for you.
Jonor, Killian, Blood, Tithla, Axel, and Solus. We are long overdue for a chapter. You have proven...
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Oh, my apologies. How very rude of me. My name is Sergei Zarovich. I believe you have met my brother, Strahd.
Oh, I haven't. Who's that?
As you go, no. You watch. I'm guessing at this point everyone kind of turns and looks at Blood. It's like, what the fuck?
I don't know who he is.
He's the guy in the castle.
What?
That son of a big castle.
Yes, the reason you are trapped here. Strahd guards this realm jealously.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Sergei, it is a pleasure to meet you. I should say, because I have been requested to, that the next time you get a love interest, make sure it's not your brother's sloppy seconds.
Do you actually say that? I need to know right now if you say that.
I mean, people are spending points on super chat things in the thing. I think we need to do it.
You don't have to say it straight away. You can save it for when you want to say it. It's up to you.
Styx also really needs to know if you say that or not.
Okay, I won't, because I feel I might lose my head.
You watch as Styx's arm blurs for a second, Killian, you kind of reach up as you feel the strange burning in your neck, and then everything goes dark as your head just drops.
I will not hear you speak ill of Tatiana.
Styx just cuts your head off. Yeah, feel free. I mean, feel free to say it. We've had a lot of suggestions from Jay about things you can say to Sergei. I don't think he's a fan. Fair.
Do it.
But you don't have to say it.
If you want me to say it, I will.
You can always save it. You can always save it. You got many opportunities to.
Nah, do it now.
Do it now.
I'll do it now. Do it.
Okay. As you say that, Killian, you watch as the purple light almost seems to dull for a second. Could you please make me a wisdom saving throw?
I can. Look, I've taken some levels in Bard, which means I've unlocked some levels of Stupid.
Ha! Wow.
That's 12.
Killian.
Why would you say that?
You are going to take. You're going to take 31 points of necrotic damage.
Owie.
And as this happens, you feel this dark presence invading your mind as cold begins to seep up your hands. You watch as the light spell that Killian had cast immediately goes dark as these tendrils of shadow-like ichor emerge from the body of this corpse, the light going from its eyes as it goes still and flat, corpse-like once more. As the tendrils begin to pull their way up Killian's arm, moving across his head, you watch as Killian's face sort of turns for a second, and one of his eyes, the one covered by this section of shadow, almost like a shadowed hand, begins to glow purple for a second. Killian, for the moment, you are effectively stunned. I will let you know when this effect has ended.
Can I, at the same time, Styx's arm that doesn't have the sword in it is going to shoot out and grab Killian by the throat?
Yeah. Could you please make me a melee attack against Killian's armor class to kind of grab and grapple him?
You betcha. As soon as I work out how to do that.
This has not gone well. Unarmed, yes,
But
please.
Stupid.
Oh no, it's bad.
That's a 7. I don't think that gets past Killian's armor class, unfortunately. As you go to whip out You watch as Killian's body sort of jerks back for a second, this really unnatural movement as Killian, you sort of pull backwards. You're still kind of seeing and observing this, but you're unable to sort of act in this moment. Almost like you've been like stunned or paralyzed in this moment. And everything for you seems to be happening as if you're a million miles away. Almost like at that point, right as you're about to faint, where the world pulls back, this tunnel vision closes in around you. You hear from Killian's mouth,
Sticks and stones may break Killian's bones, but words will never hurt me. But I can hurt you. All of you.
No,
if
you
I
can't.
wanted to.
No.
You want to bet, Blood? Your arrival here is somewhat fortuitous. I know
I'm
you have
sorry.
spoken to my brother.
Sir, can I interrupt, please?
Please, Tithla, interrupt.
I said please, so thank you for letting me. We're kind of in a little bit of a hurry here because you see, there's some kids that got taken from their parents, and we just wanted to go and get them and save them. So, can we get going, please?
I am the one who decides what happens with those children.
Well, that's why I asked.
So perhaps you should worry less about rushing there, and more about making sure I do not get bored with them or with you.
Wait, you took the kids?
My acquaintances did.
I'm sorry, I don't know that word.
The werewolves. Strahd was correct. I am indeed behind his little pets, splitting from the pack.
Okay.
It
So are the
pleases
kids-
me to fuck with him.
Can I look over at Axel, like,
Yeah.
unrelated to all this going on, and just be like, have we met Strahd?
You guys have not.
I was just gonna say, I think he was the tall fella in town that they were saying, yeah, he's very nasty.
Oh.
He gets angry when he
You,
drinks.
you were both told he is a vampire. He's the reason you're stuck
Yeah,
here.
but
Like
we
you were,
haven't
but
met
you haven't
him.
met him. No, you haven't met him.
Yeah, sick.
Oh, yes, Strahd.
Yeah.
Sorry, you said Steve from town. We're talking about the big guy.
Steve.
There was a Steve. There was a
Welcome to
Steve in
Curse of
town,
Strahd, the
surely.
premier horror show.
Welcome to Curse of Steve TM. Welcome to my domain. It's the worst domain. It's a bin. Come join me. Hi, I'm Steve TM, and this is my curse. I have to speak like this contractually. There is no escape.
Steve.
I live in your minds now. Yeah. You watch as Killian's face turns towards you again. This purple light pulsing behind one of the eyes.
Killian, have you learnt your lesson? I would hate for you to be rude again. There are children's lives at stake, after all, as Tithla so rightly puts.
And with that,
I
Killian, you
was
feel
very-
this pressure lifting from you as these dark tendrils move back down, back into the corpse, leaving behind these white trails of almost like scarred flesh from that necrotic damage that you took. And as the corpse rises back up a little bit, not further than the width of your sword stick, staying within like the range of that sword against the neck, you watch as the light pulses in the corpse's eyes once again as this pressure is released from you, Killian.
Sergey.
Solus, my old friend.
Your fight with these people is secondary to mine.
I have no fight with these people, nor a fight with you, Solus. My fight has, and always will be, with my brother. You
Then what?
got in the way.
Oh, you don't like brother? I
I-
don't know.
I am more than a casualty to your war.
Are you sure? You are somewhat of a weapon, a tool. Although I see Blinsky has done a number on you, Solus. How many pieces did he cut you into? 3? 4? How much of you is there left? I hope enough.
Enough to end you.
Please, Solus, your fight is not with me. My fight was never with you or Tatiana. Strahd.
He died because of you.
She died because of Strahd.
He died because of both of you.
There's a pause as the corpse and Styx lock eye to eye. Well, glowing purple eyes to glowing purple eye. And then you watch as the corpse slowly shrugs.
Yes. I played a part in her death. And I have suffered every moment of every day for that. I carry that pain with me, knowing that I hurt her.
And for that, I hope you live eternal. And I'm going to try and cut his head off.
I don't.
Oh, you chop his head off? Yeah, cool. Make me an attack.
I do. Sorry for anyone who wanted to ask extra questions.
I was casting Detect Thoughts.
Oh, well, still, no, that still happens. That's all good.
Yeah, and the thoughts will still be in the head.
24.
Blood is driving the boat.
As as the sun sword swings in an arc, you watch as the head immediately, the neck burning from the radiant energy, the head slamming onto the deck of the ship and rolling towards you, Jonor. As you look into the eyes, you watch as the mouth opens and you hear the voice.
Good, Styx. Solus, whatever you call yourself now. That killer instinct will do you well. Just don't hesitate as long when you have a chance at my brother's neck.
Styx isn't going to reply to that.
As the body kind of starts burning away, the head, all that's left of this desiccated corpse, you look down at the head, Jonor. Did you want to cast Detect Thoughts?
I was hoping to do it as the conversation got heated between Styx and him, talking about brothers and stuff. That's when he wanted to have a little pry. He's diving in.
Okay. I believe I need to make a wisdom saving throw to try and resist.
Yes, with 17.
A wisdom saving throw. That is a 22.
Yeah, that'll get me.
Yes. You still get the surface thoughts, though. As soon as you cast the spell, Jonor, you hear the surface thoughts of Sergei. This is a man barely clutching on to sanity. Underneath the surface is a rage, a burning hatred. He is trying with all of his fiber to put that away, to hide it from you. But he hates everyone and everything. Himself most of all. There is only one thing that he hates more than what he's become, and that is his brother Strahd. And as Solus, Styx, stares down at Sergei, you see in Sergei's mind not the Warforged, not the Gloomforged you see before you. Instead, you see the complete Sun Sword. That is how Sergei still sees Styx, as this weapon.
Very cool. Interesting.
This completed sword. And in his mind, Sergei realizes his best chance of fucking up Strahd, sending you lot, getting you lot to muck around with things. The more chaos you can create, the better. And in his mind, there is only one thing he needs right now, and that is confusion and chaos, discord. That is what he needs, what he wants more than anything, is you get those surface thoughts.
Cool.
Blood is confused. What was that about?
It turns out I need to say at least
is the head still going?
To the Zarovich brothers. Oh.
What? Oh.
You really do promote them, don't you? That's a good nick for that.
I mean,
Also, like, everyone just said his name a whole bunch of times. Like, maybe we should go.
is that bad?
Generally, kinda, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm pretty convinced it's genuinely watchful when you say those words. So just never repeat the first names. Well, tower name.
Oh.
No, not Tower. His first name. It starts with S.
Oh, yeah, the guy in the tower.
But,
yeah, you should have said that.
So, big vampire man bad. Sergey bad.
Well, yeah.
I'll say dangerous. For the man in the tower. That's what I would say.
Oh.
Why don't we call him TM, short for Tower Man?
Steve is a nickname.
Yeah.
No, I was getting him confused with someone I met in town yesterday. There's lots of faces and names, and I'm not very good at it.
Yeah.
This man that just talked through this body, he threatened violence. He threatened destruction if we get in his way.
He talked to me and the fish too.
Huh?
Doesn't seem like a friend.
Have you never gotten a fight with a friend before?
I have, but I didn't then communicate with another friend through a corpse and then threaten to kill everyone there if they got in the way.
But I'm sure, like, you've done lots of things that I also haven't done that very specific instance of that. So, like...
Lots of things.
Blood has not done that, though.
Oh, well, if Blood hasn't done it, then maybe it's not good.
Jonor, in answer to your question, the head does still seem animated. It's not speaking right now, but as you look down at the floor, the purple light has faded to almost an invisible glow, this tiny, but it does seem to still be... I mean, the glow has not left its eyes fully.
Who's the closest fighter type? So it's me, but who's physically...
Styx is still the closest.
Everyone's going to be around.
Yeah, it's a small boat. Everyone's, yeah.
I'd sort of tap Styx on the arm a little bit. Have a look at those eyes. They're still going.
You're getting absolutely nothing out of Styx. Styx is staring and hasn't stopped staring at Killian this whole time.
Oh.
My hand is just on the side of Styx's face, still casting Mending.
As you've got like the head, Styx looks at you through the single gap in the hand, the single eye gazing at you, unblinking. You're like watching the slowly melted parts move back into position. Something's up, Killian. I mean, you're not the most insightful man, but you know something's up.
I am actually very insightful.
Oh, are you? Okay, great. In that case, then, yeah, you've done goofed.
Yeah, my passive insight is 19.
Oh, shit. I take that back. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Can we wait until on land for this?
And also,
in water.
This thing should probably end up in the water. It's still glowing. Axel, can you get your fiery? What is that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were still trying to save those children the werewolves took. Wasn't that your plan, Tithla?
Yes.
Yeah, we're going there. The boat's moving.
But do you know where you're going? The werewolf pack has split in two and both have taken children.
Do you think we would have been able to track that better if we had have perhaps followed the tracks?
I doubt it. I was very clear with the werewolves to make a number of confusing trails around the shore.
I'm pretty good.
They're very obedient, the werewolves, when you have the right leverage.
What's your leverage?
Not telling you what my leverage is.
Like, is that like when you put a rock under a stick to try and help push something up? Is that what you mean?
Fuck around and find out.
I'm sorry.
That's one child you will not be able to save. There are still 3 more.
Is that what?
I just ordered the werewolves to kill one.
Okay, well, we're going to have a problem if that's the case.
We already have a problem.
We're going to have a problem. Is this how you want to do this? I was asking you a very serious question, and now you've said you've killed a child. Is that the case?
I haven't done anything. The werewolves, though, They're
Tithla walks
vicious.
up and grabs the head. I think you and me. I think we're gonna have problems. And she throws it over the edge of the boat into the water.
You watch as the head sails and splashes into the water. The purple light leaves the eyes, and you watch as the head immediately begins sinking below the waves, disappearing into the dark waters of the lake.
We have to go.
You're right, just the time is important.
Full sail. And I just...
With that, the boat takes off, quickly skimming over the surface of the dark water. For the next hour, 2 hours, as the boat skims across the water, you see no more sign of any sea spawn. As you get further and further away from the giant corpse of the fish, those of you with keen eyes and honed perception, you watch as the sea spawn begins surrounding the fish and dragging it down into the water, devouring it as they do so, the last remaining vestiges of this enormous aquatic predator pulled beneath the waves. It's late by the time you reach the other shore. The forest comes right down to the edge of the lake. No real beach, just a slight drop-off where the water has lapped away and eroded the edge of this section of the forest floor. As you dock your boat in a section of reeds, tying it off against a slightly fallen over tree, providing almost like a bit of a dry dock, leaning into the water. As you tie off your boat and clamber onto the shore, you can see that the sun, meager and hard to glimpse through the mist as it is, has begun to set. You can see the pale white light of the moon rising over towards the east. And as you step foot into the forests to the north of Lake Zarovich, the edge of the Svalich Woods, you hear a lone wolf howl rise above the tree line. A mournful cry, solitary. But then another, and another, and another, until a chorus of howls echoes through the woods around you. That is where we're going to leave off for tonight. Thank you very much.
Could I just say one thing to Styx before we go? Because
sure.
I will forget by next week.
No, for sure.
Just while we're on the boat on the way there, just so we don't ruin that ending. But it would just be, I would while my hand is still on Styx's face repairing it.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I realised that I spoke out of turn towards somebody that you very clearly care about, Styx. I was attempting to see if Sergei was as easily goadable as what his brother is, and it turns out he is. It is information that we can use against both of them in the future, and I apologize for my crudeness with it.
Tatiana was and is my closest friend. I will not have her used as a tool in this battle anymore.
That is fair. We know where the line is drawn now, and I will not speak her name in vain again. I apologize.
My rage is eternal.
But we're okay, right? As I walk straight his face.
Styx walks away as
Wait,
far as possible.
You're missing a couple of teeth. Okay.
And that is where we will wrap up for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed tonight's episode of Curse of Strahd. We will be back next week to see the fallout of that rather disastrous conversation with Sergei. Yeah. We will see you all again soon. For those of you who are watching this live, remember tomorrow night we have our Avatar Legends Legacy of Kyoshi campaign, and on Wednesday we have our Return of the Giants homebrew D&D campaign. So we will be back for those. For those of you watching recorded and to the podcast, either on YouTube or on the podcast, make sure that you hit the like button and the subscribe button and leave a comment. Otherwise, you too could find yourselves possessed by the angry essence of a lich. It's the only way to avoid it. A like will protect you for 10 minutes, a subscribe for another 10 minutes. But if you do all three, plus the comment, you're protected forever. That's it. It's like a paladin's blessing. So make sure you do that.
Otherwise, I'll come for you
in both meanings of the word. We will see you all again very, very shortly. See you guys soon. Stay safe, stay well, and have a lovely one. We will see you next time. Goodbye. Oh, and stick around. We're going to go raid Corsair's Cove. I'm raiding them right now. Bye. Mwah.